After last season's impressive run for Arsenal that almost led to the Premier League title, Arsenal make a hugely anticipated return back to the big race for the English Premier League 2023-2024 title. But what is latest today about key players that can make this a reality? Let's find out.
Yo, what's up, Gunners? It's your boy again, 7, and it's the Arsenal Roundup. I believe and I know you all are doing sensational. So we have a lot of exciting Arsenal stories to share with you all today. So let's get into today's video. Right, so last week Sunday we had a very interesting game against our title contender rivals, or let me say our top rivals for the title in Manchester City. Yeah, they visited the Emirates and it ended in our favor. So yeah, in that particular game there are actually key performers, and of course one of them is no other person but a player who of course arrived with a feud that has caused a lot of debate in the media among football fans around the world. It's Declan Rice. Declan Rice joined us from West Ham for a record British transfer, £105 million, and since then he's been able to prove himself, or probably prove his price tag, as we have seen in more of his performances so far as an Arsenal player. So Declan Rice joined us for £105 million, but he was really very top against Manchester City, who of course, don't forget, they were also trying to sign him, but eventually he chose to join the Arteta project at Arsenal. So we will be diving into that and a lot more. What's the latest going on about Bukayo Saka, and also the latest in terms of another key player for us who has been very established this season in terms of our defense in William Saliba. We're going to give that to you in this video as we get right into it. So, but what about Declan Rice? Because Declan Rice has been performing above expectation, or probably within the expectation, as you may want to look at it. But it's very interesting to see the way he performed against Manchester City, because he was able to complete tackles, 58 tackles, accurate passes was 36/40, that was 90%. Then his key passes was 2, crosses was 0. Of course, he's not a winger, he was playing more of the midfield, of course, and long balls was able to complete 3, and shots on target was 0 though. Shot off target was 0, of course, and shots blocked was 0. It attempted dribble once, and ground drill was 1, also 7. Now, obviously, we have a player here that is playing the midfield. Declan Rice is not playing an attacking position, so I don't expect him really to feature more in the attacking phases of the game. I really expect him more to feature more in the midfield, other than the midfield, giving simple passes and sometimes making decisive passes that could split defense from the midfield. He's also used to making some runs just to drive players to himself, call players and create space for our teammate that could make runs in behind. For example, we could see the likes of Zini. Sometimes he combines with Zini, then you see Zini trying to walk forward a bit ahead in the pitch, so just to create space. So a player will go and mark Declan Rice, and once they mark Declan Rice, Zini will be able to move into a role whereby he's able to go more advanced. So Declan is trying to also helping his teammates in unlocking more of their potential and more of what they want to do in the game. So Zini, of course, can be appreciative of this Declan Rice role. But as per own view, how do you look at Declan Rice? Do you feel in the long run we're going to have to move him into an advanced position on the pitch of Arsenal midfield, or you feel where he's playing right now, what he's doing right now is just the best? Because a lot of pundits, a lot of people have been talking about, if we really want him to reach his potential that he has been talking about, that was one of the reasons why John Oz, he was convinced by Arteta's plans for him and all like that and stuff. So if we are ready to make this player go one step ahead of what he was doing at West Ham, though of course we've seen a lot of improvement, he himself had admitted he's seeing football in a totally different way now compared to what he was doing under David Moises. No disrespect, but Arteta has a lot more proven style of play in terms of the directness, in terms of the the game plan, and all other tactics that are involved. So definitely Declan Rice is getting used to it and learning in what is viewed to be steps that will lead him into becoming one of the world best midfielder of all time. So are you backing Declan Rice in that role, or you feel we should move him more advanced to a sort of Saka role that he played last season, which was the number 8? So comment down below in the comment section. Alright, moving on from that, what's the latest about our England star boy Bukayo Saka? Don't forget, we told you in our last video that Bukayo Saka is not expected to join England, but actually left. He went to the England camp, but it was assessed by the medical staff on ground by England, and it was deemed fit that he needs to return back to Arsenal, with Fabrizio Romano also confirming that Bukayo Saka has withdrawn from the England squad due to an injury. Saka was assessed by the England medical staff, and it was decided the player would continue his rehabilitation at his club. So it was a very shocking scene when we saw Bukayo Saka in pictures at the English camp. Of course, it's very difficult to understand because Arteta already admitted Bukayo Saka would not be participating in this England international duties. So we saw him in pictures, and it sent some sort of confusion that is Arteta not sure about what he was talking about, or there's something else we need to know about. I don't know, but now it's been confirmed he has left, as we have been told already that he needs to stay back and rest, and also being assessed and being given more medical attention by our Arsenal staff, who are dedicated to ensure that he recovers in time. Probably we can see him very early against Chelsea, but of course it's not an injury that is a very huge one, and that's what I've been told at the moment, that he is still a player that could fit up in time for our game against Chelsea, which of course is our next Premier League game. Don't forget, Bukayo Saka has played 87 straight games without rest, always in our starting lineup, and our last game against Manchester City was the first time in 87 games of Arsenal that Bukayo Saka was on the bench. So that's an incredible feat from an incredible player at a very young age. But so let's see how Arteta is able to manage the situation better, and hopefully we won't have to see a repeat of these injury issues for our star boy Bukayo Saka. Alright, moving on from that, one man that's really been shining our defense so far this season alongside his partner in crime Gabriel Magalhaes, he is William Saliba. Of course, he has become a very huge fan favorite, and a lot of people are now looking at this player as one of the players that could become one of the best defender in just few years to come, alongside the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes, of course. But today what we have about him is that he has also withdrawn from France due to international duty, and it's due to a toe injury, and he will be replaced by Todibo for France. So we wish our star defender William Saliba also quick recovery, as he's aiming to join us in time for the Chelsea game. Hi guys, it's a wrap for today, and I would love to see you in our next video. And you might want to follow your boy on socials, Instagram NellyJunior7, and you can also subscribe to our channel so that you don't get to miss any latest Arsenal news and top stories that are so exciting here. So please share also to your friends and fellow Arsenal fans so that nobody gets to miss this big top stories we share here on Arsenal Roundup. And don't forget to turn on post notification so that you also don't get to miss our top stories on this channel. Alright guys, I will see you in our next video. Until then, your boy is out.